Come to me. Come to me.
Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be taking you through the very special limited edition collector set of Nosferatu. I have been very excited to get my hands on this. Really good film. For me, probably so far, movie of the year, which is kind of sad seeing as it came out on the 1st of January, but it's just, in my opinion, that good. I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to open this up. You can see it's still sealed, just came through the post today. Very excited to open this up, have a look through and pop it on and see what it's like. So here it is without the shrink wrap on. So we're gonna go through it now and take a closer look. So let me just take off the J card. I'm guessing this will be probably glued on at some point. So bear with me while I do that. I want to be careful not to damage the back. There we go. And I'm sure there'll be, yep, a couple on the front as well. Just keeping that in place. Like so, there we are, okay. So this is your J card, or equivalent, I don't know, backing, which kind of outlines everything, all of the credits and bonus features, and I mean, you've seen it a million times. So yeah, that's cool. Again, it's nice that they don't print these kind of things on the actual collector's box, but let's have a look at the box now that it's in the nude. So again, love this, feels really nice. Love that kind of artwork that they've put on the front there. Again, just says Succumb to Darkness, written and directed there by Robert Eggers, and then the title. Love that. Moving over to the spine, then you just have very simple name of the film. Love it. And then at the back, we have this image here, which I believe was used on another Steelbook, one of the other Steelbooks for Nosferatu. Really like this. I did kind of hesitate on picking up this one. I ended up opting just going for this set in the end because I just preferred it. I preferred the little box it came in, the art, and then the contents as well. So let's hop in and see everything else. I'm going to start with the poster. So I believe this is a double-sided poster. We'll just open it out for you to see. Oh, if I can open it. Like so. So we have this artwork here. I think you guys can see that. Which again is just the, if you've seen the film, very near the beginning, or Count Orlok pays Lily Rose Depp's character, I can't remember her name now in the movie, pays her a visit. And then on the back, it's a reverse poster. We have the artwork that we just saw on the back of the box as well. So that's really nice. Again, it'll probably just, for me, live in the collector's set. I'm not going to put this up or anything. Not really the kind of thing I want up. Now, we're going to move on to the booklet. So you get a little booklet with it, if you guys can see that there. It's very dark, and this lighting isn't amazing, but this is the scene on the front where that character is, I can't remember the name. What's that actor's name? The kid from About a Boy and stuff like that. Nicholas Hoult, that's it, that actor. Great actor, where he is in a carriage on the way to Count Orlok's castle, and then on the back you have Lily Rose Depp's performance there as well. In this, it is basically just, from what I can see, a little bit about the making of the movie. It features some stills as well that you can check out there. Sorry for the lighting again, guys. But a little bit into depth. It's very glossy, which is nice, actually. It actually looks a lot nicer in person than I kind of maybe thought it would. You know, sometimes these things kind of, I feel like, can look a little cheap if they're super high gloss in some ways, but I actually think this one looks pretty cool. So that's the other thing you get. You get this little booklet. Now, moving on, another thing you get is this little collection here of what looks like postcards. Let's have a look. I'm going to just take off the little paper seal. There we go. Now, these look great. Here we have Willem Dafoe's character standing in the fire, and these look really great, especially with the high gloss finish. If you can see that, those look actually stunning. I'm sure the camera isn't really doing it any justice, but these look really great in person. That high gloss finish again just makes them pop, which is really nice. So you get those nice set of postcards, art cards, whatever you'd refer to them as. Let me just check. Oh, no, that's the poster. Is that it? I feel like I'm missing something. Character cards. So I'm guessing the character cards are within the Steelbook. So without further ado, let's move on to the Steelbook. And here it is. That can be kind of hard to see. So it is like the standard art on what's on like the standard edition, non-Steelbook and everything. That's quite a nice edition on this Steelbook. I have been kind of putting off, even though I loved this movie, I really do. I had been putting off getting just the regular edition in hopes that something like this set would come along that's a little bit more comprehensive, has a few more goodies, but also has a nicer artwork. And although this is the same artwork, in Steelbook form, I think it works really well. And then on the back, again, like what was on our poster, the one of Count Orlok and Lily Rose Depp is there as well, and that's really nice. Again, a high gloss finish. It looks a bit metallic, but it actually is really nice. I was a bit worried when I started to see other people's videos of it, because it looked just like metal, and I guess in the promotional artwork, even like on the back here, when you see the set, it does look more white. What I will say is this: it is metal, but it doesn't look anywhere near as bad as what I kind of was maybe a bit anxious that it would when I started to see kind of videos of it pop up, which is nice. So I'm very fortunate about that, very happy about that. So next thing we're going to do, pop it open, and then we have our discs as well as our character cards. So let's look at the character cards next. And I actually really like this. I think this is a nice touch personally. It kind of feels like a bit of a throwback to me. Like, I feel like kind of like a kid again when you would get kind of things like that had, rather than just a still from the film or something, they would have some kind of like background about the characters. So this is the kind of artwork you're looking at. It's the same for each character. Each character has that kind of dark silhouette with the little pin eyes on it, no matter which character you're looking at. But what's fun is on the back of them, it has a little description about the character and the actor there. So that's a nice touch. I don't normally feel like I see that kind of thing. So I really do appreciate it, especially because I'm not normally the kind of person that would go for a set like this, because I find that like the things like postcards, posters, and that kind of stuff, just to jump up the price, I'm not a fan of. Like, I'm never going to look at them again. Typically is how I feel about them. Although they're fun to have, it's not anything I feel is really worth it. But in this particular case, I feel like they've been done nicely enough, both in terms of the actual finish, but the design like that of the actual character descriptions, that I feel like it's a fun kind of edition and a welcome one. So that's very nice to see. I'm very pleased with that. Again, just showing you the Steelbook there it is on the back. I don't know how well you guys can see that. That's what we're looking at there. I know it's very dark. And then the background art there of the Steelbook is the beach scene during the day. So yeah, all in all, it's actually a really nice, in my opinion, really nice edition. Mine is number, I don't know if you can see it, but it's number 133 out of 3,000, which is kind of surprisingly low. I don't know why. I thought I'd get a higher number, considering I didn't actually pre-order this. I bought it from HMV maybe a day or two after the pre-order date. But yeah, I really like it. I'm not going to show you what it looks like on the TV, because again, it's not going to live up to what it actually looks like. My camera is going to make it look completely different. But I did scan through it very quickly, and it looks fantastic. I will, of course, hopefully sit down tonight or the next day and actually watch it properly myself. But yeah, I really love this set. I think they did a great job. I have to say, I really enjoy how small it is. Hopefully that's coming across on camera, because for me, a lot of times something that's kind of prevents me from going and getting a set like this is the thought of, okay, well, how is this going to fit on my shelf? I don't have a huge collection, but like by any means, I have a very small collection, but space is a priority, and I don't really want to get a big fancy set if like that it's going to take up lots of room necessarily. Depends on the movie, of course. But for me, I think this is probably around maybe 2 Blu-rays thick, maybe 1 3/4 thick. So it's very good in that it feels very nice and neat. And again, yeah, it's a very nice finish. Now, cost. This was what, like $58.99, something like that, from HMV. It's expensive. In my opinion, it is expensive. Now, granted, bear in mind, I'm very new to collecting 4K, and this is like the only kind of fancy 4K set that I've really bought. So, listen, maybe that's your normal price. But having said that, do I think that is worth it? I think it depends on if you like the film. For me, because this is so far probably my film of the year, and as I said, I've seen it in the cinema like 3 times. I really loved it. It's a no-brainer. And I would rather, even though, that is a bit more to spend compared to the just standard release. I enjoyed the movie enough that I do think it's worth it. And if you are interested, I do think it's quite a nice set. So I wasn't particularly interested in the other Steelbook that came out, even though I think it does look cool as well. I am happy that I waited for this and decided to pick this one up. So let me know what you thought about it. If you enjoyed it, if you hated it. I know some people that really didn't like it, and it wasn't their cup of tea. So please let me know what you thought about it. I'd be super interested to hear that. Or if you have this set, do you also enjoy it, or are you thinking of getting it? It is limited to 3,000, but at the time of recording. There are still plenty available, it seems, on places like HMV and I think Zavi and places like that. So I'm guessing it's not going super quick. But yeah, listen, thank you again for watching. This is a release that I'm very excited about, so I decided to make a video. And I will see you in the next one.
I'm ready.